Hi, sorry, just good morning. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning.
We just turned the computer to the audience so that you can see everyone. Welcome to our first Walking Football Congress here in Portugal. Without further ado, I'm going to give you the word so you can share with the rest of us. This is John Croot. He is the founder of or creator of Walking Football. And I think he's going to share with the rest of us some ideas about the origin of Walking Football, right?
Yep, good.
When you want, you can start.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. An exciting conference. Great to be part of it. Weather looks great there as well, which I guess you'd expect for Portugal. And good to speak to everybody. See Alan there as well, Alan Rose. So hi, Alan. The journey of Walking Football, well, it's been sort of an incredible journey, really, to be honest. I work in professional in England at a club in central England, Chesterfield Football Club, and I particularly work with the community trust at Chesterfield, which is the club's own charity that works with as four core aims of health, education, inclusion, and sports participation. And we live off grants, really. And in around 2008, I got a grant from the Football Foundation, some grant funding to work with over 60-year-olds. The funding was to do anything with the over 60-year-olds that would help, particularly around inclusion. So it wasn't particularly a football, it wasn't necessarily activity as such. It could have been just playing games like chess, tea, coffee, social events, chair-based exercise. And I got £10,000 a year for 2 years from the Football Foundation, which essentially is Premier League money that's filtered down into community projects in England. And I was successful, as I say, and I got invited to Manchester United's former training ground, the Cliff, over in Manchester, where the Football Foundation were telling people, a bit like today, just how they could spend the money, because there was around 35 football clubs that had been successful for the grant funding. So I went over to Manchester United and was given a presentation, and they gave us the criteria, really. And one of the things that to come out of it was that we had to have large participation numbers to hit the funding targets. And Manchester United is about an hour from Chesterfield. So sort of on the way back, I was thinking through the day, really. And I thought to myself, well, we're a football charity. Football's the obvious thing to do. So that always seems to get the numbers when we work with younger people. So why not try it with older people? And I thought, well, what are the barriers to older people playing football? And clearly running is potentially one. So I thought, well, okay, well, what about if we do walking football? Would it work if everybody's, if you like, on a level playing field of walking football and everybody's walking? I then took out heading and slide tackles, and got back to Chesterfield and spoke to our team and told them a bit about the funding that I'd gotten the day that we'd had. And I said, I want to try this idea that I've had, walking football. So I got the team working on it. We looked everywhere. We Googled, we contacted other football clubs, community trusts. There was nothing anywhere on the internet. Nobody had heard of walking football. Nobody knew of it. I'm sure it had probably been played in some format somewhere, maybe leisurely, I don't know, children on a beach having a kickabout. But what we did was we saw the potential for it and its health benefits, and we put it into structured sessions, and we started having 1 hour sessions at a sports centre in Chesterfield. We set the pitch up, we advertised it, and we got loads and loads of guys come along, and we had some women come along as well. We couldn't believe the numbers that we were getting and how popular it became. And I would say a month after that, a couple of months after that, Sky Sports came and filmed it, and they put it on their sports news channel, satellite channel, Sky Sports News. Did a feature on it, photographs, video of the guys playing. And then the following week, it just went madness. We got contacted from all around England, from other football clubs, community trusts, leisure centres, community groups saying, can you tell us how to set walking football up? We'd love to set it up. Can you give us some indications on what you can do? Have you got a program that you can send us? So obviously, as a charity, we're about health and education, and we were happy to do it. And then I would say 2 or 3 years later, we saw it growing from that time. And then a couple of years later, another milestone, if you like, in the journey of walking football was that, and it's probably about 3 years later, it was covered on an advertisement for Barclays Bank. For an advert they were doing on national UK TV, and that seemed to give it another push. And again, we were contacted. It was on the internet then that it had started in Chesterfield, and people were contacting us on how to start and how to play the game. And then sort of since then, really, we've set up a number of different sessions across our county of Derbyshire and helped groups anywhere really that wants to start. It's an incredible journey that, and now I saw Sport England, who oversee sport in England, are now saying there's over 200,000 people playing walking football in England alone. I've been over to Navarro in Italy, where some of you may be from there today, I'm not sure, where they have a really good walking football program. And I regularly get contacted from far and wide, really, across the world for it. Can't believe, really, how much it's grown from just having an idea and a team meeting and putting football sessions on with trained coaches in a safe environment. And it's just grown and grown and grown. Spoke to the English Football Association about it. They called me, and I know they've brought various guidance out, and I think Alan's worked with them in the past as well. So yeah, it's sort of 13, 14 years on now from the concept starting here, and it's shown around the world. So it's something that we're really pleased that we managed to start with, and so many people get enjoyment from. And also, I think it's important to note as well that that's led to other walking sports. I had an interview with the New York Times about a month ago, about 4 weeks ago, because walking basketball is apparently growing in the United States of America. And they tracked its origins back to walking football, and then tracked walking football back to Chesterfield. So it's incredible, really, that it's not just in football now. And I know that there are other sports as well, walking netball, walking cricket. Virtually every sport has a walking element to it now, which is really the concept has come from the work we started in Chesterfield, getting on for sort of 15 years ago. So that's the story. We've held a number of tournaments at Chesterfield. We play on the pitch. We play in the 5th tier of English football. I'm chief executive of both the football club and the community trust. And we like to think that we're a centre for walking football in England, and we always support it, whatever the groups are, really. There are a number of different groups, and I know out in Portugal there are a number of areas it's played. I know down on the Algarve, which is an area I know well, that it's played down there, and got contacted by some guys from Madeira. They may be in the room, I'm not sure, So yeah, we just help the growth where we can, really. So I don't know if there are any other questions that you want to ask me, or.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to briefly summarize the ideas you shared with us in Portuguese now, to see if anyone in the audience would like to ask you a question. But yes, we have some people from Algarve that you mentioned, and also Madeira. So I don't know if they are the ones who contacted you or not, but maybe they are. Let's see.
Yeah.
So I'll just turn to Portuguese very briefly, and then I'll come back to you. Okay? Thank you very much. Mudando o registro, então, penso que para alguns de vocês não será certamente necessário. O nosso convidado fez um apanhado breve, digamos assim, da história da origem do walking football, que está associado ao seu trabalho e ao clube que representa em Chesterfield, em Inglaterra. Portanto, fala-nos de alguma forma, o trabalho que sempre foi desenvolvido na área da educação para a saúde, a inclusão, ligado à participação no desporto. Em 2008, recebe uma bolsa por parte da Fundação de Futebol Inglês para desenvolver algum tipo de projeto nesta área, também ao nível da responsabilidade social. Não sabiam muito bem o que é que seria, sabiam que teriam que trabalhar com desporto, pessoas mais velhas, a área deles é o futebol, e portanto poderia haver aqui alguma ideia. A ideia surgiu depois de uma participação numa apresentação, num encontro em Manchester United, e aquilo que John Croot pensou na altura foi, ok, nós trabalhamos com ações de solidariedade social também, ligadas ao futebol, porque não associar aqui as duas coisas, trabalharmos com um público mais velho, acima dos 70 anos, porque não associar ao futebol, já que é aquilo que nós fazemos. E daí surgiu a ideia, também pelas limitações físicas que esse público poderia ter, porque não uma variante, digamos assim, do futebol clássico, e fazer um walking futebol. Procuraram, a equipa de John procurou na internet, em vários sítios, nunca se tinha ouvido falar de uma modalidade deste género, não havia informação sobre isso, e portanto, de alguma forma, sabiam que havia potencial e que havia benefícios para a saúde dos participantes, e portanto montaram uma estrutura daquilo que poderia ser então esta nova modalidade, esta nova variação de futebol. Mais tarde houve dois marcos importantes para ajudar a divulgar esta nova modalidade. Uma delas o facto de a Sky Sports ter estado presente em Chesterfield, ter filmado um dos jogos, um dos eventos, e ter divulgado esse mesmo evento nos seus diversos canais e programas, e portanto o walking football começou a ser divulgado e a palavra começou a passar, por assim dizer, e mais tarde houve também a criação de um anúncio publicitário que foi transmitido na televisão nacional no Reino Unido, e portanto também ajudou a chamar a atenção do público em geral para o walking football. A partir daí, John refere que tem sido incrível, porque tem sido contactado por várias pessoas, um pouco por todo o mundo. Começou por ser em Inglaterra e depois foi se espalhando, que querem perceber o que é isto do walking football, como é que podem desenvolver um projeto semelhante nos seus países, nas suas comunidades. E John referiu alguns países em que isso aconteceu. Referiu também, no caso de Portugal, ele saber da existência de várias iniciativas também já nesta área, nomeadamente refere aqui contacto por parte de alguns colegas do Algarve e da Madeira. E depois lá aqui uma novidade, quer dizer, uma novidade, não sei se será uma novidade, mas refere que esta componente do walking está a ser disseminada para outras modalidades desportivas, que já não só o futebol. Portanto, há uns tempos foi entrevistado para o New York Times precisamente sobre o aparente aparecimento do chamado walking basketball nos Estados Unidos, e a origem desta nova modalidade é associada ao walking football, e portanto vamos de volta para Chesterfield, o clube de John Croot, e portanto aquilo que começou por ser uma ideia inovadora e que está agora a arrastar a outras modalidades desportivas e está a ser mais disseminada. E, portanto, para o John é incrível que tenha tido este impacto e que esteja a chegar a tanta gente e com claros benefícios para a saúde de todos. Não sei se alguém quer colocar alguma questão. Sim, por favor.
Gostava de saber se a Federação de Futebol Inglesa está medida
envolvida no projeto.
A trabalhar com eles, ou se tem algum poder sobre
a estrutura do Walking Football. Ok.
Como a nossa federação, quando quer entrar
da participação. Okay, muito obrigada. John, we have a question for you. So one of our participants is asking if the English Football Federation is also participating in the project of Walking Football. Does it have any form of participation, influence?
Yeah, didn't quite catch the end of the question.
So the football federation, like the classic one, so to speak, Premier League one, if you want to look at it, is it also part of your project of Walking Football? Are they participating in any way?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I contacted them very early on, around 12 years ago, and about the concept of Walking Football, to talk to them about it, and they didn't take it seriously, if I'm honest. It was a case that they just didn't think that I think they thought it wouldn't get popular. I don't know why. They just didn't see the vision for it and think that it would grow like it is. But as it started to grow over sort of 4 or 5 years, they did make contact, and I've had a number of meetings with them, and they've brought out their own strategy and plans and their own rules for Walking Football, and they've sort of taken it over, really, if you like. They do keep in touch with me, but they very much see it as their own, really, if I'm honest, and I don't think they particularly reflect anything much that happened. They certainly don't. Well, they recognise it happens at Chesterfield, but they don't really give us any publicity for it. And that, but you know, I'm not concerned as long as people are happy they're playing it and the game's being broadcast with the FA English FA Football Association can definitely play a part in that, and they seem to want to do that now.
Okay, thank you very much. Eu traduzo, consegui perceber. Então, John contactou a Federação há cerca de 12 anos, quando o projeto começou a ganhar forma, não é? Não o levaram muito a sério, portanto acharam que não seria assim uma modalidade que iria ter popularidade e, portanto, não deram muita importância. E passado alguns anos, 5, 6 anos depois, talvez, quando o projeto de facto ganhou alguma força, John foi contactado, sim, pela Federação, que apresentou os seus próprios planos, regras para organizar Walking Football, e que acabaram por tomar um bocadinho conta do processo. Neste momento, de facto, os jogos são organizados e são transmitidos com o apoio da Federação, embora o que o John diz é que, de facto, houve o reconhecimento do papel do Chesterfield Football Club neste projeto, mas não há propriamente publicidade para o clube nesta fase, e, portanto, a Federação acabou por tomar conta da modalidade. Mais alguma questão queiram colocar? Não? Ok, obrigada. So, John, no more questions for you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the ideas you shared with us. And have the rest of a good day. And I hope you can stay with us for the rest of the conversation that we are having now with Alan and Josephine as well.
Okay, that would be good, thank you. If I could just point out and just say that one area that we hadn't really thought about at Chesterfield and is becoming popular is working intergenerationally, that, you know, it's a sport where grandfathers can play with their grandchildren. And there aren't that many sports that can happen, and that is starting certainly around the area where we live, where families that don't see a lot of each other, the different generations can play football alongside each other, and I think that can be an area of growth, really.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it sounds like a good idea, and it's a way of bringing generations together in a healthy, fun way. So thanks for that. O John acrescentou o facto de que é algo que ainda não foi muito trabalhado, muito explorado, no caso em Chesterfield, mas que pode ser uma das potencialidades também do walking football, o facto de poder ser uma modalidade praticada entre gerações, ou seja, por exemplo, entre avós e netos. Seja uma forma de aproximar aqui gerações que provavelmente não passam muito tempo juntas ou que poderão não ter hábitos tão saudáveis de uma atividade divertida em família, e pode ser uma das vertentes também do walking football. Okay?